So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I will be doing my Pastels eyeshadows update before the finale. So my next video will be the finale and I'm very excited. So quick, I guess, update for my channel, for whatever in general. I was very busy for October. I didn't upload at all in October, so most of my all of my project pans will have combined numbers, but to be fair, I didn't really wear any makeup in the month of October because I was so busy. I had my PE exam, it was our anniversary, we moved, so now I'm in a new space. I actually have half a closet, or maybe it's more like a third of a closet to film. My desk is so small, it actually fits in this little nook, and yeah, so this is like my personal office space within our new apartment. And I'm also thinking of doing Vlogmas this year, but I would only go until the 25th. I'm going to stop after Christmas, and I have several video ideas listed. Actually, I think I have like 17 video ideas listed, but if there's anything you guys would like to see that's not already on my list, then I would be glad to hear suggestions as well. Let's just get into the video before I ramble longer. So I always like to start off with the most exciting progress, which comes from my Persona Cosmetics Identity 2 palette. I was saying that I was hoping to hit pan in 2 shadows this month. That didn't happen, but I was able to hit pan in this eyeshadow. So the shadow I randomly generated is called Driven. I used this 11 times within, I think, September. I don't even think I used this in October. So I used it 11 times in September for a total of 30 uses to hit pan, and this is what it looks like right there. These pans are not shallow, and I am very impressed with that progress. I guess now that I've used this so many times, I can give a more in-depth review, but I feel like this eyeshadow from this palette is the only one I've really been able to use, or not been able to use, it's the only one I've really used. It's prone to fallout. And if you know me, I personally hate fallout. Like, it is my biggest pet peeve. It's either that or patchiness, but I would say I don't like fallout even more than patchiness. But I found with the NYX glitter glue primer that the fallout would just disappear completely, but without it I would see fallout like in my outer corners and, you know, further in my lower lash line as the day progressed. I didn't expect that from this formula because so many people love it, but I'm gonna keep it and test out the other shadows in here because I feel like it's not fair for me to say like, yeah, this had fallout, I don't like this palette. I think the color was beautiful. Honestly, it looked the same with or without the glitter glue primer. It was just the fallout was kind of annoying to deal with. I said this in an earlier take, but not this take. I like to reserve the month of December for me to refresh and kind of gather products for my future project pans and just test out whatever I get, especially since it's the holidays. I want to be able to play with makeup how I want to. So yeah. Rolling this one out. The next eyeshadow is from my Huda Beauty New Nude palette. This was a present to me from my brother in 2019, and I feel really bad because it's an expensive present and I know he paid full price for this, but I don't support Huda, so that makes me feel worse. And this palette has made me realize that I do not really like purples, and the palette is like 60-70% purple. I was working on the shade Love Bite, and I used it 11 times in the past month. So I would pair this and Driven together, and I've used it 28 times total. So this is what it looks like now. It's this shadow right here. I'm actually going to be depotting this palette and only keeping the shadows I like, and then I'm going to be getting rid of the packaging so that I can refer to it as like color 1, color 2 in the future. You guys will have no idea, or like newer viewers I guess will have no idea where these shadows are from. But yeah, so it's this one. I don't even like this color that much, so for me to have used it 28 times is already pretty good. I think if I use it another 10 to 20 times, which is a lot, I would hit pan, and I don't really like this shade enough to do that, so I'm going to be rolling this out and calling it quits. Next, I have the eyeshadow that I've used the most in this project pan, which comes from my Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. This is like the perfect palette for this time of the year because, I mean, it looks like pumpkin pie, but... Oh, you know what? This actually smells like vanilla to me now. I used to hate the way this smelled. It smelled like, campfire smoke to me, but now it actually smells like vanilla. Okay, nope. Now it smells like campfire. But anyway. Okay, I'm much happier because I slightly regretted getting this palette because it smelled bad to me. The shade I drew is Whipped Cream, which is that boring cream colored shade. I used it 25 times the past update, and I did use this in October, so I did reach for this quite a bit. For a total of 40 uses, and there's a dent. You can see it, right? But like no pan. Maybe if I hold it upside down. No pan at all. Like, I don't think the end is in sight, and it probably doesn't help that I did very big circles instead of, you know, drill panning, because I was like, I do not want this to break on me. I want to, as soon as I hit pan, be able to use it up very quickly after, so I don't have to deal with, you know, chunks of the eyeshadow potentially breaking and getting everywhere, because, you know, that is a problem with eyeshadows that have large pans in them. I feel like they are more prone to shattering because there's like less structural integrity, and I feel like I have the credibility to say that as a civil engineer who got a D in structural engineering, but we will not talk about that. The next eyeshadow comes from my Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I must admit, I thought this was going to be more yellow, but it wasn't, so whatever. I didn't even pay full price for it, but I got to try Urban Decay's eyeshadow formula, which I like. So I was using the shade Head Bitch in Charge HBIC. I used it a total of 9 times for a total of 13 uses. So this is what it looks like now. No, let's not show everyone. See, look, I'm literally filming in a closet. You can see the top of the closet shelves. Anyway, so I was using this shade. You can see that obviously it's been used now. You can see the dust around the edges. I like this eyeshadow. I feel like I have it a billion times over in my collection because I just gravitate towards shadows like that, or I happen to end up buying palettes that have shadows like that. Let me see if my new one has it. Oh, what do you know? This is my newest palette, the Too Faced Christmas Coffee palette. It smells like Nair to me. Maybe one day it'll smell like coffee to me. But it's got that orange shadow in it. Anyway, ugh. It smells like coconut too. Yeah, obviously I really like oranges like that. This on its own is very nice, but I feel like when I use my NYX glitter glue, it really pops. So, it's good for days when I want a more dramatic look, but I feel like on most days I am very lazy about applying makeup, so I don't usually use my NYX glitter glue, even though I'm trying to force myself to use it because I bought it. There's no fallout with this, which is probably also why I don't really use the glitter glue when I wear this, because I'm kind of like, what's the point? There's no fallout. So yeah, really like this eyeshadow. And the last eyeshadow comes from my Milani Gilded Pastel palette. I used the shade Disco. I rolled this in the last update, and I was using the shade Disco Lights, which is, I don't know, it's white silver right here. Whoa, when I flash it like this, you can see it. So yeah, I used it 6 times. As you can see, this eyeshadow palette is very powdery. Like, it is the most powdery eyeshadow formula I've used in a while. So I feel like if I really, really, really wanted to, I could hit pan quite easily on this. I like to use it to kind of lighten eyeshadows. So if I have a metallic shade that is too dark, I will use disco lights to kind of lighten it. I will set it down as a base first and then go in with the darker metallic on top of it, because if I don't do that, then everything will fall off. It's like I need to use the other metallic to kind of seal in my eyeshadow. I am rolling out 2 eyeshadows, which means that I need to roll in 2 eyeshadows to keep 5. So the first eyeshadow I drew comes from my Naked Wild West palette. I don't know why this gets so much hate, but from the few times I've used this, I actually really like this palette. So the shade I drew is actually at the very end, called Pony Up. I have no idea what color this is actually. Let me see. I feel like this is good, would be good for darkening shades in my outer corner. Wow, look how smooth that, okay. It looks smooth on camera. On my hand, you can see where it went across my bones, but yeah, let me smooth that out a little bit. Yeah, I think this shadow, there's no way I'm going to hit pan on it within this project pan, but it's it'll be good to get like a head start on it for next year. And the last shade I drew comes from this little quad, as you can see. I am repurposing the packaging, and I actually rolled 1. This is from a brand that I don't care too much for, so I decided to keep the eyeshadows, and I'm not going to say the brand name, but I picked this shadow, which I have never actually used, so I just repressed it into this brand new. I don't think I got enough. It's very light, like I feel like it's almost my skin color. I don't know if you can see it. It's very faint, especially with my lamp right there. Okay, I think this would be like a nice transition shade to pair with HBIC. Those are my 2 new roll-ins, and that's everything. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully by the finale, I will have at least hit pan in this, because it's been so long. And I feel like if I just went straight down, I could definitely get it. But we'll see how long it takes to hit pan on a cream shadow, because it's already been 40 uses. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in December for the finale. Bye!